Hey, it's the Cowboys cast. You already know, baby. Let's go. Hey, it's been pretty crazy today, Jerry. I don't know, man. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's about to get a little bit more crazier. I mean, what do we have? We have the Ravens coming into Dallas.
Yeah, man, they're at Dallas, man. This is gonna be insane. And just to kind of, just kind of the crazy week that's already happening. Number one, it's game of the week. Who would have thought that it's game of the week and the 0-2 Ravens against the 1-1 Cowboys? That's pretty crazy, man.
It is crazy. I
But
mean, if
check
you
it out.
stop and you look at it, I mean, what's the all-time record right now? I think the Cowboys have only beat the Ravens one time, and that was
One
in
time.
2016.
Yeah, I think it's what 5-1 or something like that. Something like that. It's pretty crazy. But look, man,
Yeah,
I,
5-1.
this is what kind of a crazy week is going on right now. Giants are up 21-15. Eagles are up 7-6. The Vikings are beating the Texans 31-7. The
Right
Bron
now, the Saints are inside the red zone right now. Let me see. Touchdown.
Oh
Chris
man,
Olave. So yeah,
okay.
so the Saints just took the lead now. So, but yeah,
Okay.
I'll let you get back to it. Go ahead.
So we got Broncos 26-7 against the Buccaneers. We got the Packers, which the Titans were favored in this game, 30-14. And then we got Steelers 20-10. The Chargers, that's a final. But man, some of the teams that I thought were gonna win are not winning right now. So it's kind of like, and I say that to say this, Jerry. And with all the teams losing last week, what do you think the Cowboys' chances are, as far as all these teams losing and we really don't know who the real contenders are because they just keep losing every week? And I know it's the beginning, but what do you think?
I mean, it's still relatively early in the process. I mean, as I'm pretty sure a fan of the NFL, whatever team you decide to choose, I mean, I'm pretty sure you'd like to have that 3-0 start. But right now, like you said, we're seeing some teams after some right coaching decisions and getting the right coordinators in that they starting to elevate their play. I think right now the Saints are one of those teams right now that last year we were like, oh man, the Saints they can run away with this division, probably even make a push in the playoffs, but a season too late. And I mean, but look, is it Clint Kubiak, all right, their offensive coordinator? I
Yep.
mean, it works. That offensive scheme works. I know that we've been chopping it up, me, you, Ali here on the Cowboys cast, and the one thing that we were pointing out is that the passing league is down right now in the NFL. It's in a trend. It's in a downward trend. Right now, the if you go back to right now, every team in the NFL, the passing average right now is about 185, 100, either 185 yards. And last year in 2022, the NFL season, it was 218. And then I'm sorry, in 2023. Then in 2022, it was also 218 yards passing. So Harv, I mean, I think it's great to see when you have a great wide receiver and your quarterback can get the ball to all his weapons. And we want to see like air attack, but right now it looks like if you focus on the running game and get your running game going, I think that's and then you complement it with a great defense. I think that's exactly how you make your statement and start to pave the way and lead the NFL, Harv.
No, I agree, man. I think I said this a couple of years ago. I think the NFL is a roller coaster, right? I think passing is going to be really high, and eventually it's going to come back to the fundamentals of how it used to be and running the ball and defense. But Stephen White says, "Hi, y'all." Stephen White says I am at AT&T Stadium.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Cool.
Que hubo? That's probably Jerry, but
What's
hey
going
man,
on, Steven?
hey, look. So let me go over some things real quick so everybody's tracking. So make sure y'all follow him on X. I always follow Patrick No Seat Walker. He always gives us the best inactives and actives for the game. Mozzie Smith is active. Although, Jerry, I think the early morning reports were saying that his back got tight this morning, and that he might not be able to go, but he is active. Inactives are Andrew Booth, Buddy Johnson, Matt Willisco, Ryan Flournoy, John Stevens Jr., Tyree Sweet, and Trey Lance. Obviously, he's the emergency quarterback. So those are the inactives for the Dallas Cowboys. Then we got Dwight Thrasher. Let me see. Both teams today desperately need a win. It's only week 3, but this is a huge game. And that kind of takes me into the man. Like I don't think a lot of people understand, Jerry, how important this game. I know every game is important, right? But look, listen, we got a short week, right? So we got the Ravens. Then we play the Giants on Thursday Night Football, which the Giants are beating the Browns right now 21-15. So they're giving
Hey,
them a game.
and
Right.
Malik Neighbors looks like he has the potential to be a nuisance in this league, Harv.
Yeah, he does, man.
I don't
I
know if you saw those snags. I mean, he's crazy.
yeah, I thought he was the best wide receiver, but everybody has their own opinion. But look, like I said, Jerry, we have them Thursday night. Then we have to play Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh. And then from there, it's a gauntlet, man. We have to play the Detroit Lions, then the Niners, then the Falcons, then the Texans, and then the Eagles. So
What's the advice that you're giving the Dallas Cowboys right now?
the advice is this, man. After looking at all the 22, right? I don't know why Mike McCarthy is doing this or why he's kind of comfortable with Dak Prescott, right? But I've noticed they run a lot of the same passing plays, which I don't understand. Maybe it's comfortability for Dak, but at the end of the day, we need to run the ball, man. I think Dak is at his best when we run the ball. Not only that, but running the ball with these backs and then having Dak a couple of sprinkle plays of him running the ball too. I think that's what it has to come down to. And like you said earlier, man, I think it's a downward trend for passing, right? And everybody wants to run the ball. And I just think the Cowboys have to follow that trend, man. But if they don't run the ball against this Ravens defense, we're going to be in for a long night. And if Dak has to throw 35 plus times, that's not a good equation for a win, man. Not for this team, in my opinion.
I agree. I think if we can focus on the running game, it sounds so cliche nowadays, right? I mean, we've heard it run the dang ball, right, or whatever it is. But interesting stat line here says that Dak Prescott spoke about the importance of bringing his mobility to the Cowboys offense. What it could have been with escaping plays, escaping the pocket, extending plays, or actually running it. But it says here the Cowboys are 26-9 when Prescott has 5 or more rushes, Harv. And that's kind of like what we've been kind of saying all along when he had that plagued year of interceptions. You know what I mean? Like when he started running the ball, he just got so locked in. But I think that stat line right there, 26, and I mean that says it all. I mean, why are we not focusing on trying to establish a run game?
So I'm gonna go into a couple of things, man. It's kind of weird, right? I don't know if Mike Zimmer, and I'm sure everybody heard it, but they heard about Jordan Phillips' wrist injury. Now, my thing is, I don't know if the NFL is gonna find the Cowboys or not for that, because Jordan Phillips is on IR. Everybody knows. And then we got Carl Watkins, but he's on IR, and he told the media that his wrist wasn't injured at all. And so, what do you think about that, Jerry? Is it Mike Zimmer just telling them, "Hey, man, you need to get in football shape or something, man"? But that's just weird to me. Why would they
I
do that?
I mean, I haven't seen that report, but I mean, we know how these teams do it. I mean, with IR, it
Yeah,
helps you save them for later, I guess you could say. I mean, obviously, he probably is not up to speed with Mike Zimmer's defensive scheme, so maybe there's some kind of at least they didn't give up on him.
that is true. I think they traded a 7th round pick, so I don't think they want to give up on him. All right, hey, look, let's go to some keys of the game, man. So, what are you looking for? We'll start off with offense, man. What are you looking for on offense, man, for this team against this Ravens defense?
I think that this offense needs to focus, man. They need to focus in on what they are. They need to win those individual battles amongst the trenches. I think that I would like to see I would like to see a running back actually step up to the podium and take lead of this rushing attack. And I think that it's time for, I think it's time for the wide receivers that we have opposite of CeeDee Lamb and of course Brandon Cooks to one of those guys to step up. But definitely I want to see if, I think Jake Ferguson is going to play today, isn't he?
You're right. He is going to play.
So I would like to see Jake Ferguson continue to take that leap and become that tight end in the NFL, and that's what I would like to see offensively.
Okay, what about defensively then against this offense the Ravens have? And just mind you, coming into week 3, they were number 1 in total yards with I think 418 average.
I think also they need to focus too. And this case, I mean, you have uh, a running back that's been great in the NFL for years, in Derrick Henry. Just win your individual battles defensively. Don't get pushed back and don't. I mean, the one thing that we kept on seeing with our defense tackles, our defensive line in general, was,
Yeah.
I mean, they were literally getting swallowed up into the blocking, and the center. I mean, pretty much any pulling guard, any center had open hands on the linebackers. So definitely, I would like to see, individual battles being won at the line, at the trench, and of course these linebackers making plays on the ball, stopping, of course, Derrick Henry, and then of course the electrifying Lamar Jackson. And I think the corners have been, they need to work on some things. You know what I mean? Tackling ability, whatnot, and of course our safeties. They need to be our last line of defense and not be the first ones to be cut out of the equation there.
No, you're right, man. I think I kind of share some of the same things that Jerry does. I think offensively, man, I want to see them how they rotate these running backs in and out, man. Who's going to be, like you said, who's going to step up to the podium? Who's going to be the stallion that's going to make this team a lot better? We got to see that, man, because I think Jerry Jones is quoted saying that they're not going to move to Dalvin Cooks because they really haven't given these running backs opportunities supposedly. So we'll see with that. And then the other thing for me um is Mike McCarthy going to get Dak in a rhythm to where they're going to get these defense on skates, man, so they don't know what's going to happen in this offense. I think a lot of these defenses know exactly what the Cowboys are going to do. And the other thing is, what is and I'll put this as a question. Looking back last year, now that Mike McCarthy has called the plays, and it's kind of weird to me because I've been trying to figure it out, but what is the Cowboys' identity on offense? Like when you say Dallas Cowboys identity, I've been trying to figure it out. Maybe I don't know. What is it? Like
I
what
mean, I mean, you're talking to someone that grew into the Troy Aikman and Tony Romo era, and I mean, those guys just knew how to get the ball to their playmakers. I mean, they both quarterbacks had phenomenal running backs as well, too, right? I mean, Emmitt Smith is the greatest of all time as far as running backs in the NFL, statistically speaking, right? I know that's going to be a lot of people kind of.
be careful, Jerry.
Yeah, I know it'll get some people really going on that one, but you also have, from, I mean, well, they went through this with Tony Romo too. Remember they had Julius Jones, which
They
is
did.
kind of like, and then Marion Barber, but then DeMarco Murray came in, and wow, I
Yeah.
mean, but that's what I've always known the Cowboys as that type of team that actually likes to push the ball down the field. They like to air it out, and I think that that's still something that's probably going on there in the vicinity. Maybe that's exactly what Jerry Jones wants, is a passing more game, which, like we said, I mean, unfortunately, the stats are low on the entire NFL. So I think it's just one of those things. But specifically speaking, right now, I really don't see an identity to this offense. I mean, I thought we were going with this whole West Coast, quick feet, get the
Yeah.
ball out,
Texas
uh,
Coast.
Texas Coast. But I don't know, man. Right now, it's just real hard to be a Cowboy fan. Right now.
Yeah, it
It's
is, man.
hard, man.
It is. So defensively, man, I think I want to see maybe, and we spoke to this on TikTok the other day. Um maybe demo, right? He only played, I think, 13 or 14 snaps last game, which is crazy to me because he's a sideline kind of guy. And for you to only play him 14 snaps, is crazy to me. So I think that guy needs to play a lot more. I don't know if he was injured or what. Nothing came up on the report, so I don't know. But Demo needs to play a lot more, and I think he's gonna play a lot more in this game, just so simply for the fact that Lamar Jackson has to be contained, man. I think you have to have a spy on that guy, because if you don't, he's gonna hurt you with them legs, man. So I think Demo needs to play more. Like you said too, the secondary needs to play a lot better, especially the back end of the secondary. I think you're talking about Hooker and Wilson. They have too much experience for somebody to get over the top like that on them. So I think they need to play a lot better. But at the end of the day, like you said it, man, it starts in the trenches. And I think we need to stop the run. And I think at the end of the day, this is the kind of game where the Ravens are probably going to say, let's see if you can stop this run. I think they're going to do that early on. And I think the Cowboys have to show them that they can stop the run, but we'll see. So there's our offense and defense. And now going forward, man, what predictions do you have? You have any bold predictions? If y'all have bold predictions, make sure you put them in the comments.
I mean, I'm gonna hold back on this week for a bold prediction. I'm still gonna be rooting for my Cowboys. I still am a homer when it comes to the Cowboys. I don't think it's gonna be a pretty game. That's all that I have to
Oh
say.
man, don't say that, Jerry.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very very. I don't really think it's gonna be really high attacking. Offensively on both sides. I think that if anything, Cowboys will give up a couple big plays here and there. Hopefully, they don't give it up all day. But I do think that I really do think I like you said, I've heard enough from the players, and it looks like they want to right this ship and get it back on course, Harv. So I really do think that ultimately, what is it at? It's 47.5, right? The over
Yep.
under.
47.5.
So that's what 23-ish points.
Yep.
I would say Cowboys win 21-17. You know what? 17-14. 17-14. I'm going to change it. 17-14.
17. You think it's going to be that kind of battle?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let's see. Man, this is going to be a tough game. I think if you look at the spread, I think it started out at 0.5 point. Then it went to 1 point, and then right before kickoff, it went to 1.5. That just tells you how close this game is going to be.
Yeah.
And I honestly think the Cowboys win 18-17, and the Cowboys score no touchdowns.
Wow. All Brandon money. Aubrey.
Yep. Aubrey kicks 6 field goals to win the game, man.
I mean, we've seen it done. I think it was last week, was it?
Yeah, I think Washington, I think they kicked 7 field goals. I think that's what kind of game it is. We got some comments. Hold on. Uh-oh. ¿Qué pasa, bros?
Yo.
What's going on, Jose? Dwight Thrasher on YouTube says, I think the Ravens are going to put the ball in the air. They are 0-2, trying to lean on Henry. Jackson is the MVP for a reason. Okay, we'll see. Adam says, let's go, y'all. We can't lose today. Does the 40 burger show up today? Raza. Let's send that message out today. Come on, man.
Put it out there in the universe, right?
You know what, though? Every time he does say it, though, it's gotten really close or it happens.
I mean, he was money last year with his predictions.
He was, man. Adam was. So, like I said, 18-17, I think the Cowboys win. That's my opinion. No bold predictions for Jerry. Let's see. Jose says, if your coaches can't make adjustments and quickly, then we'll lose by 10. Ooh. By 10, Jose? Really? You're right, man. We have to adjust. So my bold prediction is probably going to be, I know this is going to sound pretty crazy, but I think we're going to rush for over 150 yards in this game.
Oh, wow. That's a very, very bold prediction.
I think that's what's going to happen, man. I think this offensive line is going to take responsibility, and I think they're going to have a hell of a game today. But, hey, man, let's see. I think those are all the comments.
I think that the Eagles just won right now.
Really? Yeah, they did just score.
Yeah, and then the Giants, they're gonna win too. I mean, it's crazy. Devin Singletary he almost had a touchdown, but he decided to he decided to go down right before the goal line. So intra division is getting pretty interesting, Harv.
It is, man. I mean, this whole NFL is kind of weird, man. The first 3 weeks, I don't think I've ever been through this kind of NFL season the first 3 weeks.
But that's what makes the NFL so great.
It does. Adam, the haters say the NFL doesn't want the Ravens to be 0-3. I say start fast and don't let up on the defense and offense. I agree, man. I agree. So we'll see what happens, man. But any last words, Jerry?
Go Cowboys.
and prenda la vela, right?
Yeah, prende la vela.
All right, man. Hey, y'all already know. Make sure you like, subscribe. We appreciate you guys. This is the Cowboys cast. Hey, I always let TikTok go first, man. Hey, TikTok. Keep it real, TikTok. We'll see you later on. Hopefully a post game. Make sure y'all subscribe. YouTube, as always.